Derek Fisher and his starting five will go like this. He changed the starting five back on August 5th, put Sydney Weiss in the starting lineup, and put Raquana Williams off the bench. And since that time, they've only lost 2 games. Dallas with the basketball first, second meeting between these two teams. Here is Sabali up and under Parker. Carolyn Peck broadcasting from Tennessee. I'm coming your way from Texas, and as you might expect, we would have some technical problems, and I understand we may have Carolyn Peck with us right now.
Back, and okay, I heard the whole open. It was fantastic run.
I'm taking the next 5 minutes off. It's all yours. We'll call it even. How's that?
Well, I'm just glad that Chelsea Gray hadn't given us a wow moment yet. There's one from Brittany Sykes, but it's coming.
Absolutely it will, but we saw right away Satu Sabali. She missed a number of games because of an injury. Her first game back was against LA. Didn't play a lot of minutes, and the ball will belong to LA. But we saw Sabali on that opening offensive possession. I think she was trying to make a statement.
Well, going directly at Candace Parker and the composure of the rookie. She used about 2 or 3 shot fakes, but she was able to get by and get to 2.
And again, LA right to the hole. Dallas worried about the tunnel defense coming into this game. 5 of the last 6 games, Dallas has been outscored by their opponents in points in the paint. Here is Mabry. Let's take a look at Candace Parker.
Well, this is what makes her so good. The versatility, her slashing ability, and her length. The movement without the basketball. That was one of the things that Derek Fisher was not pleased with after the Phoenix game. The connectivity on the offensive end of the ball movement, and on the defensive end, the collective chemistry on the defensive side.
And here is Mabry, a second-year pro, played for the Sparks last season. 7 straight games, double figures now for Marina. And she has relished this starting job. And you made a great point. Since she's been starting, Arike Ogunbowale looks a little more comfortable back there.
Well, I think Ogunbowale feels more comfortable. She knows that Marina Mabry knows where she's going to be. And Arike Ogunbowale knows if the shot's not there, she has trust and confidence in Mabry to get in an opening and make shots.
Parker can't get the miss, and I think that brings up the question that Nneka Ogwumike will not be playing as Dallas scores on the other end. She won't be playing. How is that going to affect the rebounding for the Sparks?
It'll be really interesting. It will have to be rebounding by committee, and they're going to have to find an answer for Satu Sabali because she has started out red hot and very aggressive offensively.
Ogwumike is expected to play Friday, maybe Sunday. Dallas almost turns it over. Get it into the hands of Ogunbowale. Started by Sykes. Thornton will set the pick. Mabry, deep 3. Parker pulls it away. Parker on the drive. No whistle, no foul. Thornton comes up with it.
You talked about, Ron, how Kayla Thornton has played so well against Candace Parker. She's got the assignment today to stay with CP3.
It's a tough assignment. Great
now
spacing by LA. Parker slips. Deep in the corner. Sykes got it.
Brittany Sykes has become one of my favorites in the WNBA. So where they had a collection of her block shots on Twitter. Man, she can come from anywhere. And now the offensive side to her game coming along.
Oh, Sabali showed it. Parker went up. Sabali went around, couldn't finish it out. They thought Sydney Weiss was going to cut the back door, throw it away.
Candace Parker, because of her length and her court vision, recognizes that the double team comes over, and across in the deep corner, she finds Brittany Sykes. She's there waiting, ready, and able to knock down the 3.
Brittany Sykes versus Dallas had a season high 23 points, was 11 of 15 shooting in that game. Mabry gets away from Weiss and knocks down the three.
I think it's just in the Mabry family competitiveness. She's not scared of nothing.
Weiss works on Alicia Gray. Gray got a piece of it, pulls it out of the pack. Wings have numbers if they hurry. Gray, the floater from 13, and she gets the roll. Weiss to Parker. Parker lost the handle. Wings scrambling, and Mabry had it. Here comes Wnba. Quick pull-up jumper.
But the defensive energy right now, it tilts to Dallas. Dallas is flying around everywhere.
Parker short, tries it again, no. But you got to give LA credit. This is their third game in 4 days, or you can go 4 games in 6 days.
That's a great point. Back to back, playing the makeup games, the games of days of reflection from last week. At what point will fatigue set in?
Kayla Thornton knocks down the three, and Dallas has 3 from beyond the arc already tonight.
The other advantage that Dallas has is they've got youth on their side. A few more years on the side of the LA Sparks.
Youngest team in the WNBA. Los Angeles won the first game between these two back on August 23rd, 84-81. But they had to have a big fourth quarter to pull away from the Wings. Off balance shot. Shot clock goes off. Count it. Tierra Ruffin Pratt with her first 2 tonight. Mabry will calm things down. Shot clock at 10. That's a deep 3. Oh my! Wow.
The Dallas Wings have come out red hot, aggressive offensively. Kayla Thornton knocking down the 3, and then Marina Mabry, she said, oh yeah, whatever you can do, I can do better. Long distance, they're in control right now.
18-9 the score. The Dallas Wings up by 9. Candace Parker, we're expecting big things from her tonight.
We can tell that the LA Sparks are looking at playing through Candace Parker, really going through inside because she's the go-to. She has had a fantastic season and showed the versatility. She has the height advantage inside and also the court vision. So I would expect that LA is going to continue to really make the defense have to focus on Candace Parker. That will open up everything else for the LA Sparks.
You know, you talk about MVP candidates, and there are a lot of them this year, but I think Candace Parker, those kind of numbers and what she has done for this team, she's got to be somewhere in that conversation.
A lot of times voters get caught up in just points, but she is leading the WNBA in rebounding. She is also a candidate to be Defensive Player of the Year. She's had some tough assignments all season long and defended all over the court.
Raquana Williams, Simona Gussis have checked into the lineup for LA. Bella Allery and Ty Harris for Dallas. And this is interesting for LA because obviously Raquana Williams was a starter for this team. On August 5th, Derek Fisher said, you know, we just were a little inconsistent. We're putting her in the second group. She didn't mind it. And now she feels that it has freed her up playing with this second unit.
You know, it was real interesting when Tierra Ruffin Pratt went down with an ankle injury. It was Raquana Williams that went to the assistant coach and said, there's Candace Parker on the glass.
Yeah.
But she told the assistant coach, I don't know what Fish is thinking, but I hope he's not thinking about moving me back in the starting lineup. She is very comfortable coming off the bench.
Raquana Williams saying she doesn't have to think as much. Just get out there and play. Alicia Gray launches the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams in her 8th year out of Miami. Here's Williams. Dallas Wings concentrated on not allowing her to get hot. Parker, no. Gray, the rebound.
But you notice when Parker takes the 3, you've got nobody in there with offensive rebounding. No Neko Gwumake.
Dallas, good start here in the opening quarter. The problem they've had this year is sometimes finishing games in the second half. Shot clock at 5. Thornton, tough fall away. Mallory couldn't get it. Here come the Sparks. Down by 7. Whistle, foul, count the basket.
Pushing in transition, that is when the LA Sparks are at their best. Dallas is doing all they can to make sure that they can get back and build a wall, but Chelsea Gray is going to keep the pressure on the defense and stay in attack mode. You see her directing traffic saying, get wide, because when they collapse on me, then she will find the shooters on the perimeter. She's got terrific court vision.
Derek Fisher, 18 seasons in the NBA, had the all-time record for playoff games played. Chelsea Gray completes the three-point play, and the Sparks pull within 4 inside of 2.5 here to play in the opening quarter. Thornton is going to be fouled by Augustus. Wnba was able to shake free of Williams, lost the ball. Oh, beautiful pass. Gray had eyes on the side of her head for that one.
That was almost a wow, but not the super wow that you normally can get from Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray has terrific court vision. If you make yourself available going to the basket, she will find you. Raquana Williams got the reward.
The Sparks have clawed their way back within 2. Along with Coach Carolyn Peck, I'm Ron Thulin. Good to have you with us tonight on CBS Sports Network. Enrique Wnba can't get it to go. Whistle, and it'll belong to Dallas. Satu Sabali, good job on the inside, fighting for the rebound. There's head coach Brian Agler, won a WNBA title with the Sparks.
The boards with Candace Parker being on the bench. Who will do the rebounding? Christina Nigue is going to have that number 1 assignment.
Christina Nigue, a former Dallas wing. Sabali, no place to go. Harris, 3 to shoot. Got to let it fly. Got it. Taya Cooper lost the handle. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called.
We talked about Candace Parker. When she takes the perimeter shot, look, there is only one player. Really, Brittany Sykes is the only one that made the effort to go into the offensive glass. The other 4, they're already headed the other direction. You got to get rebounds. If you're going to be in that playoff position, you want to be in that top 4 spot, that 1-2 spot, you got to get on the glass.
Taya Cooper dumps it down inside, low in the tunnel. Whistle and a foul is called. Christina Nigue will go to the line.
After the loss to Minnesota, Derek Fisher very disappointed, and he said they snapped a 9-game win streak, and he said winning can cover up a lot of things, but that they've been able to get away with, and so that really, he said, thinks that came at a good time. And Simone Augustus, in talking to her, she sounded like a coach because she agreed 100% with what Derek Fisher said. She talked about the connectivity that you need to have on the defensive end, and then move the basketball offensively, make their defense have to shift.
And she also made a great point. She goes, we got a tough stretch ahead of us, but she really thinks it's going to prepare them for the playoffs. Mabry can't get it. Sabali, the offensive rebound. Needs a little bit of help. Shot clock at 7. For 3, buried again. Katie Lou Samuelson with her first points of the ball game. That's what Dallas brought her in to do this season. Wings have led by as many as 9 here in the opening half. Doing a good job on the boards. That time Mabry takes it away. That's a 2. Sabali can't get it. It'll belong to the Sparks.
Dallas is moving the ball so well, and keep an eye on Katie Lou Samuelson in the bottom of your screen. Christina Nigue hesitates, doesn't anticipate where her next rotation is. That makes her late to get there and gives Katie Lou a lot of time to get her shot off.
Katie Lou likes playing LA. She was 3 for 3 in the first meeting between these two teams, including a couple of threes. Ball is lost. It'll belong to the Sparks. 3.5 to play in the half. Taya Cooper out of Baylor, drafted by Phoenix, was cut before the season even got underway, and she's been a great addition to this Sparks team. Final 1 second, and that's going to do it.
The players around her are making themselves available in their spots of where their strengths are.
Well, she does have 2 assists, and she has been outstanding in the assist category over the last 5 games. You look at this LA team, I don't think there's any question the bench are going to play a big factor if they want to win. Nice ball away by Augustus.
Well, when you look at the bench for LA, you got to get scoring from Simone Augustus and Raquana Williams. Then you have to have Taya Cooper being able to be effective, aggressive to the rim.
Well, Enrique Ogunbowale with a little step back 3, knocking it down.
You got to get some defense on Ogunbowale, because if she gets heated up, Dallas could remain in control.
Well, the last 2 games coming into this contest, Enrique Ogunbowale was 8 of 15 from beyond the arc. I think the patience she has shown, and I remember her rookie year, it was shoot, shoot, shoot. They come out in a double team, she goes, I'm going to break it. Now she's showing a lot more patience and smarts.
When Brian Agler talked about the gaining of knowledge, and that's what experience brings you.
Mabry started things out hot for Dallas. That's going to be an offensive foul. Mabry goes, look at him. That's the restricted zone.
I might agree with her.
I didn't think it was. I thought they were inside the restricted zone. Mabry is a feisty competitor. Great size, smart, tough, determined.
And she's made herself a candidate for most improved improved player this season. With the numbers, once Brian Agler allowed her an opportunity, she has taken full advantage of her minutes.
Only 2 starters in for the Sparks right now with Sykes and Parker. Parker back in after a little bit of a rest. Little jump stop off the glass, kissing it softly, Raquana Williams.
That explosiveness of Raquana Williams, that's what the LA Sparks need. She's got to be very offensive-minded.
That foul is going to be on Brittany Snipes. And when you talk to the Dallas coaches, they said, you got to watch it because she can heat up quickly.
Well, and she can find her seams, and she's getting more and more comfortable. She had tweaked her knee earlier in the season and has played very cautiously, but she didn't show any fear that time.
She was talking about how she still sometimes thinks about it. Shot clock at 5. Dallas is going to have to hurry. Ogunbowale, the 3. No, it was tipped. That'll be a shot clock violation. And of course, you look at Katie Meyer, the head coach of Miami, nicknamed her or said, you remind me of Vinnie Johnson. Everybody knows Vinnie, except for Raquana Williams. So well, Katie had to explain who he was.
Ron, it depends on how old you are. You're watching the bad boys of the Detroit Pistons to know Vinnie Johnson. Even we talked to Bill Laimbeer today, and he made reference to Vinnie Johnson about how good Vinnie Johnson was and could have been a great starter, but he accepted his role, the sacrifice for the good of the team.
Tell you how old I am. I remember Vinnie played at Baylor. From the outside, Alicia Gray knocks down another 3. That is the 7th already in the ball game for the Wings.
I wonder if the Sparks are having flashbacks because the Minnesota Lynx got hot from the perimeter. And the one thing that LA wasn't able to do was find an answer. That is a terrific answer there from Simone Augustus.
Simone Augustus now with 5 points in the ball game. She now has 5,986, closing in on 6,000 career points. And Augustus pulls down the rebound. Augustus has been a great addition after all those years in Minnesota. Derek Fisher just talking about what she has meant both on and off the court. Foul's going to be called on Sabali.
Simone Augustus, with her championship experience, the accolades that she has earned, he made the statement that when Simone Augustus makes a statement, there's nobody in that locker room that can argue with her, because none of them have done what she has done in this league.
7-time All-Star, was Minnesota's leader in both points and field goals. And the foul, I think, is going to be on Sabali again. That'll be your third personal foul. That does not help Dallas. Once again, they're without Izzy Harrison, who has left the bubble because of an injury. Good job by Cooper.
Well, without Satou Sabali, she has been the mainstay on the glass for the Dallas Wings. So Dallas is going to have to rebound by committee. It's not going to be as important to go get the ball, but you've got to check out. You've got to box out, because you've got terrific leapers on the LA Sparks side.
Now, LA with a golden opportunity to do something. Dallas, good defensive play, forcing the turnover. That is number 4 against LA. Gray running left-hander, rolls it around and down and draws the whistle. Foul's going to be on Raquana Williams.
You watch the defense. LA's running at people without stopping anyone. That's getting them out of rotation.
Gray completes the three-point play, comes in averaging just under 12 points a ball game. And the Sparks throw it away. This should be an easy 2. No, whistle and a foul is going to be called, and that'll be on Sykes. That'll be her second personal foul, and Samuelson went down hard.
Samuelson belongs to the Wings. Shooting 2.
Who will win Thursday's matchup between the Aces and the Suns? Play WNBA Pick'em presented by BetMGM and make your pick for your chance to win WNBA prizes. Play free at WNBA.com/pick'em. I don't want to pick that one.
I don't either, because that's going to be a battle in the paint. Both teams try to get pieces of that paint to get their scoring opportunities.
Personal foul was on Ogunbowale. Here comes Cooper out of Baylor. Tough fall away shot. Rebound controlled by the Wings. Wings doing a good job on the boards. Now they're already +5 in that category.
Well, the young team's paying attention to the scout. What do you want to do against Taya Cooper? Not allow her to get in the paint.
Ogunbowale, they show the double. Teams try to get the ball out of her hands. Offensive rebound and the putback by Samuelson, or by Allery. Those are hustle plays there.
Well, a lot of times the LA Sparks are bringing double teams to get them out of rotation. That makes it tough. And what does it allow when you're out of rotation? It allows the offense to get a good offensive position. Nice job by the Dallas in control right now, because they have been red hot from the three-point line. They have already knocked down 7. They are 7 of 14 from beyond the arc. Remember in the last loss that the LA Sparks had against Minnesota, Minnesota hit 14 threes. Dallas already knocking down 7.
I have a feeling right now that the pace of this game really favors Dallas.
It does. And one of the things you talked about, Ron, is that the LA Sparks are having to execute in the half court. That's because of the good transition defense that Dallas is playing.
Dumping inside to Parker, muscles her way up, and she's got a half a dozen so far tonight. Parker and Augustus are 2 of those kind of players that can really get things going quickly, along with, obviously, Raquana Williams.
Well, both of those players, 12 plus years in the league. They're vets. They've got to find ways to score.
Mabry. Little flip shot by Allery. Sparks have it. 5.5 to play here in the opening half. Parker hesitates a little bit. Gray fights through the screen. Fights through another screen. Sykes ball away. Offensive rebound. Augustus for three. Got it. Augustus with 8 in the ball game. Only has 4 double-figure games this year. She might be able to pick up her 5th tonight. Mabry for 3 this time. Can't get it to go, and Augustus doing a great job so far for the Sparks with a rebound. Give Parker a lot of room. Now she'll take the 3, and she'll make the 3.
Not the style that LA wanted to play. They want to play up and down, but they have settled in, finding their spots in their half-court execution.
Last 2 games, Parker has scored only 8 and 9 points, and she's got 9 tonight. Shot clock at 5. Mabry draws the contact and the foul. Williams got a hand on her.
Parker is going to be so valuable in this game. Without Nneka Wnba, you got to use the size. And you've got Candace Parker going against the rookie, Bella Allery, again behind the screen. Candace Parker, she's using her vet experience of understanding where she can have the advantage, first inside and then out.
Once again, the Wings without Satou Sabally picked up her 3rd personal foul at the 7-12 mark. Actually, she's come back in. Brian Agler going ahead and rolling the dice on her.
Well, you can't afford to, lose the ground with her on the bench.
Chelsea Gray rolls it around. What body control for Chelsea Gray.
I love watching her play, man, and she dribbles the basketball. We haven't seen it yet. She plays it like a yo-yo.
Cooper now straight up Ogunbowale, and she's going to commit the foul.
Chelsea Gray finding her opportunities, curling around, and just seeing where Satou Sabally hesitates just for a second. Do I get back to Parker or do I take Gray? Gray finds the window open and makes him pay.
Deep in the corner, Enrique Ogunbowale.
The look on Brittany Sykes' face is just like, what do you do about that?
What can you do? Sparks the #1 3-point shooting team percentage-wise in the WNBA, so they can get back into any game. Now they're only down by 1. Chance to take the lead. Yes. Tierra Ruffin Pratt with the 3. Sabally out front. Ogunbowale. Cherry picking down the other end. Easy 2 for Candace Parker. And she flashes the big smile.
Oh, yeah. The defense for the Sparks is bringing a double team whenever necessary, or either forcing Enrique Ogunbowale to take a bad shot. Then the Sparks want to get the rebound and get out and run.
Saw them double Mabry. Then they get corralled around Sabally.
Dallas has been hot, but now it is the LA Sparks finding their shot from the 3-point line and then back to who they are, running in transition. That's allowed the LA Sparks now to take the lead.
And let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Coming up next, it'll be Washington and Seattle, and Sue Bird is listed as available. That'll be coming up right here on CBS Sports Network. Then tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Time, it'll be Atlanta and New York. Atlanta coming off a big win, and we've seen New York a couple of times. That's going to be a battle. That team never gives up.
They don't, and when they can get their offense clicking and they all get on the same page, really would like to see Amanda Zowie B get hot.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be kind of the kerosene for the Liberty.
And in the Liberty game last night, she didn't play a lot in that final quarter.
Yeah, she got her work done on the board. She didn't shoot the ball very well. It was Kylie Shook, the rookie, that came in and gave the New York Liberty a lot of good minutes.
Satu Sabali definitely has to be near the top of the list as far as Rookie of the Year credentials. She's one of only 5 rookies that averaged 12.8, 7.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists per game. And the list she joins is impressive.
Oh, you're looking at Lisa Leslie, Tamika Catchings, Candace Parker, and Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice
that's pretty
company.
impressive.
Absolutely.
If that doesn't put you in contention for Rookie of the Year. Sykes knocks down the three-pointer. She's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc tonight. Sabali thought about it. Gray thought about it, then did it. Parker this time dishes. Good ball movement. 3 on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Chelsea Gray. Gray's got 8. The lead is 9. That's the biggest lead of the ball game for the Sparks. Wings led by that same margin early on. Gray on the drive, finger roll.
Keep an eye if the ball goes inside to Candace Parker. Whenever there is a double team on Parker, she knows where she's going with it.
This time she launches the air ball.
Well, you watch the double team. She knew as soon as she got it to head hard to the middle, the kick out, and then the extra pass to Chelsea Gray up top. That was a very well planned and executed offensive set.
One of the things Dallas wanted to do defensively is really attack the point of attack. That time they did and allowed Parker to get in the tunnel. Shot clock inside of 10. Parker around. Sabali go around her, and here comes LA with 42 to play in the half. Oh, no look pass. Parker can't finish, but we've got a foul.
Kyla Thornton picks up Chelsea Gray. She gives the no-look pass because she knows she's got 6'4" Candace Parker giving a rim run.
Candace Parker, who started this game 1 of 5 shooting. 4 for her last 6, already in double figures with 11. Ah, you love the hometown bounce.
Well, she's been carrying double duty down in the bubble. She's been covering the NBA as well as getting herself prepared for her WNBA games.
Candace Parker also 4 assists tonight. That put her over 1,300 for her career. Impressive number. Ogumawale, quick flick of the wrist. Offensive rebound, back out to Gray. Sabali, the left-hander for 3. LA can hold it for the last shot of the half.
No, you got isolation with Chelsea Gray. Anything can happen right now.
Gray on Gray. Parker, great cut. At the buzzer, counted!
70% from the three-point line, Ron. You pointed out they're the best three-point shooting team in the league, and they're showing it because they don't take a lot, but when they do, they're efficient with knocking them down. Dallas
did a good job attacking the boards in that opening quarter. Second quarter, only 5 rebounds for the Wings. From the outside, the 3 by Sykes is short. LA gets it again. Weiss for 3, and she rattles it home. Her first points tonight.
Well, Sydney Wings 46% from the three-point line. That's what she did so well at Oregon State.
Kayla Thornton from the corner. Offensive rebound, Sabali, and she's going to be fouled on the play.
And this is a three after an offensive rebound, the kick out, and then quick ball movement. There's no reset because the shot clock just goes back to 13, but when you move it quickly and find that shooter before the defense can scramble out, that's the best time to knock it down.
Talk about getting a great lesson from a great player, Sydney Weiss, being taught by one of the best. You know, when you have a player that 57% of their shots are three-pointers, and on your scout it says, chase off Sydney Weiss, make her drive, and you don't do it. Brian Agler is going to get grayer by the time this game's over.
Well, it's tough to do. Again, after an offensive rebound, you've crashed the glass. You can't stand and watch. You've got to scramble and find.
And Dallas has to get out and guard somebody right now because L.A. is opening up as Kelsey Gray hits the 21-footer.
And in this league, we have seen if it just takes one or two players to get hot, then it starts to spread like wildfire.
L.A. knows the importance of this game. Mabry, the three, knocks it down. Double figures with 11. She is a perfect 3 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight.
It is so fun to watch Marina Mabry be successful. She was getting very limited minutes when the season first started, and then Brian Agler put her in the starting lineup, and she has not looked back.
When she was going through that tough time, she was hurt during training camp. Brian Agler told her, you're just going to have to bide your time. You will play. Just be ready, and she was. Sykes dribbling around. Gray can't pick her up, gets the reverse.
That was almost Curly Neal style. Maybe I'm showing my age. But she went down to her knee, got up, and still got the layup.
Okay, I proved mine with Vinnie Johnson. You did yours with Curly Neal.
I love the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, Mabry uses the left hand.
And she wasn't moved into the starting lineup until August 16th. But ever since then, really, the improvement of the offensive efficiency has gone up.
8 straight games, double figures for Marina Mabry.
And she just has a nose for where it's time for her to take shots. And so knocking down the three, trying to stop the bleeding from the LA Sparks.
You know, versus the expectations people had of Mabry and what she is doing, was a great find for Dallas. Wnba with 7 on the shot clock. Parker guarding her, and a whistle and a foul. Enrique showing no ill effects of that ankle twist she had on Saturday. And you mentioned it's been a couple of days. And they took off on Monday. The Wings went to the beach. But Brian Agler said, oh, she's ready to go.
Well, they had a nice little break. They played on Saturday, then Sunday they took off, or Sunday they had a short practice, and then Monday they were off. Had a short practice yesterday, but really not a lot on their legs. More of it mental and watching a lot of film.
Enrique Wnba closing in on 1,000 points for her career. If she continues this pace, she will be the 3rd fastest. She's got 7 tonight. Only 11 away from that magic number. Oh, great cut by Weiss. Sneaks behind the defense. Mabry, little hesitation. Thornton. Alicia Gray launches the 3, short on it, over the outstretched hands of Sabali. Here comes L.A. Gray pulls the trigger, and Sabali hesitated. Gray just looked in, dialed it in, and made it.
You see, Sydney Weiss came up with the ball, and then she got the ball to the brains. Chelsea Gray to make decisions in transition.
I like that. Wnba, tough fall away, can't get it. Dallas checks it down with Sabali. Gray for 3, and she is fouled by Sydney Weiss, and that'll be a 3-shot foul.
When you talk about the brains for the LA Sparks, I'm talking about Chelsea Gray, and you see she recognizes that Marina Mabry turns her head and Sydney Weiss makes the cut to the basket, and then coming down in transition again, give the ball to Chelsea Gray. She's going to make the right decisions at the right time.
And Enrique Ogunbowale will go to the line. She's
Chelsea
up to
Gray
field goal percentage this year. She is up to all her numbers from last year.
Yeah, she had, and her efficiency, Ogunbowale has done such a nice job. Stop forcing things. She has a scorer's mentality. She's open when she leaves her villa on the way coming over to play in the game. She is constantly looking for opportunities to score, but she's doing a better job of picking her time.
Foul on the drive. Going down hard is Sykes, who's had a outstanding game so far tonight. Look at it again.
She's got just terrific speed and quickness.
You know, when you look at the book on Brittany Sykes, the one thing every coach will tell you is she drives hard to the basket. And we saw it there.
She's another one that has scoring mentality. But she doesn't just look for shots. She looks at opportunities of when she can attack. And I'm still waiting. We still got a quarter and a half for her to get one of those jaw-dropping blocks, because she can come flying across the lane.
And the lead goes back to a dozen. Biggest lead for LA has been 13. The Wings led by as many as 9 in this game. Ogunbowale being guarded by Parker again. This time the shot is rejected by Raquana Williams.
Terrific job by Marina Mabry to stay with Candace Parker, but still not enough. You can't stop that. Parker's just too much.
Parker just bowls her way through to 15 points in the ball game, and Sparks getting away from the Dallas Wings right now. And then Mabry throws it to nobody in particular.
Mabry at the point of attack tries to pick up Candace Parker. She stays with her, but Parker's just too much. Just too much right there. That's bully ball.
One thing we've seen in this third quarter is LA is getting in a good rhythm with their shots. Ogunbowale now on Sykes. Sykes, that hard drive we talked about. Whistle and a foul is going to be called.
Alicia Gray tried to rotate over. That's close.
That's very close. Look closer on the replay. And at the line, it will be Brittany Sykes. 4th year out of Syracuse. Go back to 2017. I remember when she actually made a run for Rookie of the Year. Her name was in the conversation.
Well, because she brings such great energy. Playing hard will make a lot of good things happen.
Oh, yeah. Career high free throw percentage. She's perfect so far tonight. Sykes checking in with 14 in the ball game. 5 over her season average. Mabry lets the long 3 go. Good job by Chelsea Gray saving it. Ella Hallery's checked in the lineup, and Katie Lou Samuelson for the Dallas Wings. Gray. Oh, nice pass. Inside, Parker cuts, misses, gets her own rebound.
You see Parker said, I blew your assist, my bad.
Hey, Chelsea Gray's got 3 assists. She could have about 3 or 4 other ones if people would have finished shots. Napoli has been quiet, except for that. Satu Sabali with 9 points in the ball game.
And she's trying to get the Dallas Wings back into it, staying attack mode, aggressive, trying to keep the Wings alive. That just shows a little of America's next top model. First it was Brittany Sykes, and then, stroll it, Simone Augustus. Work it, girl. You got to have entertainment when you're in the wubble, and the LA Sparks are finding it.
I give Simone a 10 on that. I think she had the whole look working.
Well, she had the music for the catwalk. She had the sunglasses on as well. I'd have to agree with you. I think she won that one.
You know, it's funny because we were talking during the break how much we both have so much respect for Simone Augustus and what she does. Satu Sabali will complete the play. She's got 10 of the ball game.
I coached against Simone Augustus when she was playing at LSU, and she would just come over and talk. It was mutual respect we had for each other. Her dad, I was a big fan of his. He was a big fan of mine. I was a big fan of Simone's because of how hard she played. And I'm going to tell you, she's got the sweetest jump shot, tough to defend. You'd have to bring 2 or 3 people to her.
You know, we were talking also during the break, you know, the parting of ways in Minnesota may have not have been the best in the world. But I always felt when she came to L.A., she had nothing to prove. She's going to go down as one of the great players in the history of the game.
I don't think she came to L.A. to prove anything. I think that was a great get for the L.A. Sparks. And Derek Fisher talked about how she is such a great voice in the locker room. And he talked about all the great teams that he's been on. But when you have leadership coming from within the uniform in the locker room, that really helps coaches deliver the message and make sure that it comes across throughout the rest of the team.
And Fish also said that every great team he played on, and obviously he played on a lot of great teams, you always had that veteran voice.
And I think that she has been a great asset with Candace Parker, even as many years as she's been in the league. Been a voice for the younger players to be in their ear for Chelsea Gray, Raquana Williams. It's been great for the Sparks to have Simone Augustus.
Both on and off the court. Maria Gulish is checked into the lineup for L.A. Inside, Sabali can't get it. Returns it, got it. Sabali saddled with 3 fouls in this game, Carolyn, but she's still battling.
Well, I was going to say, Crystal Dangerfield has made a strong campaign for Rookie of the Year, but Satu Sabali, how she's playing and really on such a young team, been able to put up some efficient numbers, both scoring and getting on the glass.
And this team has to have her. Try to make the save, taken away by Raquana Williams. And here comes L.A. with that lead of 11. The 3, nothing but the bottom of the net by Sykes again. Sykes is on fire from 3. She's 3 of 4 tonight. She's got 17 in the ball game. And again, she had 23 in the first meeting between these two teams, and she has a chance to match that.
Nobody's got Chelsea Gray in the corner.
Here is Gray. Tough shot. Mabry out of the pack. Little scoop, can't get it. Good defense again. Chelsea Gray just looked like she was going to try to make a move. Williams pull-up rips the net.
So much balance. Scoring, offensive power. When you look at these LA Sparks team, they've got a first squad and a second squad. That second squad could start in most teams in the league.
Absolutely. And when you look at Raquana Williams, there is no wasted motion in her shot at all. Good look at Raquana Williams out of Miami.
She's had just a terrific turnaround this season, playing more free, really feeling good, has found the joy back again in her game.
She has the best story of the wobble, though, of anybody. She got trapped in a restroom early on in the season, and they had to bring in power tools to get her out. She was in there about 40 minutes. That's still the best story.
I wonder if she was panicking, so the rest of her team was outside talking to her, helping her stay calm.
Speaking of great stories, we want to pass on our best to our colleague, Holly Rowe of ESPN. She had a devastating fight with a bicycle and lost.
Oh, bless
She's
her heart.
okay. She's going to be okay. No surgery, but Holly, please heal quickly.
Well, the one thing about Holly, you know that she wasn't hurt too badly because when she posted the picture of herself in the sling, her makeup was still popping.
Perfect.
Yeah, so she's still hanging in there, Holly. Just a few more weeks. Hang in there, girl. I know you will not end up on injured reserve. There's no stopping Holly Rowe.
No, because she goes right into football when this is over. Lead is 14. 70 seconds to play here in quarter number 3, and Cooper's going to be fouled by Ty Harris.
Those are two former teammates. They played together for one season at South Carolina before Taya Cooper transferred to play at Baylor.
It was a good move by Cooper going to Baylor. Such a vital part for Kim Mulkey's squad. Not only ran the point, but also was an outstanding shooter. Throws it away there. Here comes Gray. 2-on-2. Gray got it.
That's another South Carolina Gamecock, too. Won a national championship, Alicia Gray, at South Carolina.
Gray's got a dozen. 3 sets of teammates on the wings have won NCAA titles. Enrique and Marina, Notre Dame. Alicia and Ty at South Carolina. Mariah and Katie Lou at UConn.
Now, Alicia Gray has really transformed her body this season. Lost about 10 pounds. Really, you can tell with her quickness.
Sykes will launch another 3. This time can't get it. Wings will have it. Final 40 seconds here in the third. Enrique Ogunbowale gives it up. Gray, good ball movement. Thornton is fouled. And that'll be the first on Taya Cooper. You can see clinching the playoff spot already. The top 5 teams: Seattle, Las Vegas, the Sparks, the Lynx, and Chicago Sky. And of course, Minnesota has won tonight, so their record goes to 12-5 on the season. I tell you, Minnesota is just right there. I mean, you look at it, they're right behind Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
Well, the last 2 games, Demarius Dantas has become really that terrific shooter from the perimeter, opening things up and scoring from the outside because they're playing without Sylvia Fowles.
Still no timetable on her return either.
Well, and Nafisa Collier, man, she's trying to make a campaign case for MVP.
Ronna Williams off balance shot, a little strong. Wings will have it probably for the last shot of the quarter. Ogunbowale trying to get away from Williams. Nice little move. Rejection. Again at the buzzer whistle and a foul. Megan Gustafson point blank. Thought she had the shot, but it's not going to be a
3-point line, but she hadn't just stayed outside. She's gotten inside as well. Because of her, the LA Sparks have a comfortable lead.
throw in 4 rebounds and an assist. Complete night for Simone Augustus as we start the fourth quarter. Enrique Ogunbowale can't get it to go. Ogunbowale with 11 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Fewest shots she's taken in a game this year, that was 14. I got a feeling she will beat that in the final 9:27. Whistle and a foul, and that's going to be on Megan Gustafson. And one of the things Brian Agler was telling us before the game, he really is looking forward to giving some of the younger players opportunities and chances in these games. He said, we want to make the playoffs, but we also want to continue to grow and give people chances.
Well, a lot of times when teams start focusing on just trying to get to the playoffs, you're missing the big picture. And that's something Brian Agler will never do. What he is doing is building not just for this season, but for long-term longevity. And when you look at having the youngest team in the WNBA, you've got to make sure you build it the right way. And that's exactly what Brian Agler's doing.
Well, Bella Allery is in that equation, the rookie, one of 3 first-round picks in this last draft. Dallas has 3 first-round picks in the next draft. 2 will be lottery picks as of right now. Still in this game, far from over. Dallas showed what they can do in that opening half. Harris. Nice one-handed rebound by Simone Augustus. And a foul down low.
When I watch the Sparks play, I have so much fun watching Chelsea Gray. I remember her playing at Duke, and she showed signs of it then, but even more having come into the WNBA. I know a lot of people don't like it when you compare the women to the men, but the best way to describe her is Magic Johnson. She's got great size. She has tremendous handle. She's a scoring ability. And her no-look passes, let me tell you, when you play with Chelsea Gray, when she's on your team, you better have your hands ready because she will get you the ball.
And we saw how many no-look passes tonight? Probably at least 3. That she's had. Nigue gets the second.
But she hadn't given me that super wow just yet. We got a little less than 9 minutes left. I'm waiting for it.
There's always one in every game. Gray backs it out. Kayla Thornton, 4-3. Dallas chips away. They were hot in that opening quarter, 5 of 9 from beyond the arc, cooled off in the second and the third. Then you've got Chelsea Gray, who just answers it. Last 5 games, Chelsea Gray's effective field goal percentage, 56%.
Well, your point guard is scoring. And remember, they're playing without Nneka Ogwumike, and Derek Fisher's hoping to have her back pretty soon. But Kayla Thornton is not allowing the Dallas Wings to say this is over by any means.
That is not in her DNA. 2 from beyond the arc tonight for Kayla Thornton. Lead's cut down to 7. And Dallas with a chance to cut it even further. The first meeting between these two teams, it was LA in the 4th quarter that pulled away and got the win. Sabally on Augustus lost the handle. Here come the Sparks again. Augustus pull up. Harris gets a good look at the 3 and knocks it down.
4-point game.
11 3-pointers made for the Dallas Wings tonight.
It took 14 threes for the Minnesota Lynx to beat the LA Sparks. Arike Ogunbowale, look, 3 players around her, and Ty Harris just spots up outside the 3-point line and knocks it down.
How about Arike Ogunbowale, though? 5 assists tonight. Ty Harris, though, draining the 3, much needed. Dallas has turned up a notch on defense.
And with the combination of Marina Mabry and Arike Ogunbowale,
Oh.
Don't go anywhere.
Arike off-balance shot. Offensive rebound. Alicia Gray with a putback. And it's a 2-point game.
Rebounding without Candace Parker in the game for the LA Sparks.
Both teams, 28 rebounds tonight. Up shot makes it look easy again. Now, that was close to a wow.
Yeah, but that's still not what I'm looking for. There's another one coming.
Okay. Chelsea Gray knocking it down. She's got 16. Lead back to 4. Not a good pass. Trying to force the pass inside.
Dallas won't go away. Arike Ogunbowale, you have Alicia Gray getting on the glass. And then the answer, who's going to do it? Chelsea Gray, right there. Boom.
Makes it look so easy. So good at creating her own shots. A little bit of confusion on the floor. Arike, quick catch, quick shoot, quick miss. Oh, great. Another one of those great passes, and that's going to be a travel call. We'll go the other way with it. That'll be the 11th turnover for the Sparks, 5:48. We've got a good one. Sparks lead it by 5 over the... Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Coming up following this game, it's going to be Washington and Seattle. You'll be able to see it right here on CBS Sports Network. And tomorrow on CBS Sports Network, beginning at 6:30 Eastern Time, it'll be Atlanta and New York. A lot of great basketball coming up. Candace Parker back into the lineup. We were just trying to discuss, okay, who do you put on Arike Ogunbowale over the last 5 minutes and 48 seconds? And your answer is?
I think Candace Parker, she has done a nice job of taking away perimeter shooting and really forced Arike Ogunbowale to put the ball on the deck. If she does happen to get past Candace, then still there's been help coming in and forcing Arike Ogunbowale to be a passer.
Well, Arike's streak of 27 games with at least 15 points is on the line. She's got 11. Alicia Gray tries to track it down. Sparks come up with it with 5:25 to play in the ball game.
When you see who they immediately give the ball to, Chelsea Gray.
Oh, yeah. Sparks led by as many as 18. This time won't go. Rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Somebody got one in the face. And it's going to be Arike Ogunbowale. About that third longest in WNBA history. Currently tied with Angel McCoughtry and Lauren Jackson. Angel McCoughtry is also number 1. She had 32 consecutive games.
On the rebound, was it Christina Nigue? Looked like she may have gotten her.
From teammate Alicia Gray for 3. Off the back of the iron, tracks it down. Satu Sabali. Dallas 31 three-point attempts tonight. Over half of their shots attempted beyond the arc. Alicia Gray picks up the foul.
Well, Candace recognizes whenever she has a smaller player on her, she takes her down in the paint.
All being a veteran.
So smart. I think her coverage of the NBA, she's found different things to add to her game that's helped her to expand and even be an even greater player. When they talk about GOATs, she's one of those as well to be in that conversation.
Oh, absolutely she is. Shot clock at 5. Rebound, offensive rebound, and Nigue, and we've got a foul.
And Dallas has got to find Arike Ogunbowale. You see her down on the bottom of your screen. She's wide open. That's who you need to find.
Satu Sabali picked up her 4th personal foul. And here is Christina Nigue. Last couple of games, she's averaged just about 8.5 points a contest. Did a really good job coming in. with Nneka Ogwumike out. And the lead pushed back to a half a dozen. Ogwumike got ahead of steam, can't finish it out. Parker with the rebound. And the foul, I think, is going to be on Enrique. Oh, the officials are going to talk about it. There is Nneka Ogwumike. Talk about somebody that's got so much on their plate. I mean, she was talking about it about a week or so ago that she actually has to have a calendar of all the different things she's doing. But when you get a chance to know her and her entire family, and I'm talking mom and dad and all the sisters, incredible family.
Well, she's the president of the Players Union, really helping to navigate through their social justice actions that the league is taking. And her leadership that she has shown, she has not come in and dictated, but actually listened to the players and leading them as far as what they want to do as a collective group. Such a fantastic, strong, smart young woman.
Yeah, Ruffin Pratt gets them both, and the lead is widened back to 8. Sabali was trying to make a cut, and Nigue was holding on, and that'll be a foul on her. Only her second personal foul. Brian Agler knows what he's got with this team. Every day is a teaching moment for him.
Well, it's tremendous talent. And with experience, this team is going to be one to reckon with.
Oh, Enrique. Oh, can't get it to drop. Now Thornton on Parker. Gray went for the steal. Didn't come up with it. Ends up in a squirt basket. Tierra Ruffin Pratt saw that when Gray missed the steal, it was wide open.
Well, and she didn't panic with the rotation to force up a bad shot, but focused on the finish. Wow.
It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Wnba now with 14, lead is 7.
She's not going to let that streak be broken. She's got to get to 15.
I would think so. Mabry trying to play defense. Offensive rebound, and Nigue and draws the whistle.
Enrique Wnba after the screen, the step back. Brittany Sykes stepped back too far. It's only a matter of time before Enrique gets her offense going in late in this fourth quarter.
And Enrique now just 4 points away from becoming the third fastest to reach the 1,000-point mark. And Nigue at the line. This has been kind of the Achilles heel for her in her game this season. Shooting less than 50% now from the stripe. Leaves the door open for the Wings as we go inside of 3 minutes.
You got Chelsea Gray on Enrique Wnba.
Air ball, Gray. Johnny on the spot. That's what Alicia Gray does so well. She's got 16, all five starters in double figures for the Dallas Wings tonight.
Well, Alicia Gray, 6 rebounds from the guard spot. Impressive.
That'll work. Here is Parker, Thornton on her. Thornton puts the hand up, Parker puts the ball down. I love watching that matchup.
It's fun.
That's a tough matchup.
This is the tough matchup right here. Brittany Sykes and Enrique Wnba.
Mabry almost walked right into a double. Sabali kicks it back out to Gray. Has to put it up. 2 on the shot clock, and it'll be an air ball.
The LA Sparks are trying to close this out. Who do you go to? You go to your superstar, Candace Parker, and knock it down.
showing the importance of this game. Dallas did not make the playoffs last year, on the cusp of making it this season. The lead over Indiana by a game and a half for that 8th and final playoff spot. You don't want to say it's a must-win for Dallas, but I think it's a must-win for Dallas. I think every game is going to be a must-win for Dallas.
Definitely down the stretch, every game is crucial. They cannot afford to drop any, because when you look at that, any of those teams right now with the remaining schedule left, and this is not easy for Dallas. Look at Minnesota, Washington with Maisha Hines-Allen and how she's playing, then to play Seattle, Chicago, New York. If they get it going, like, there's no easy games on the schedule for the Dallas Wings.
I think 9 wins might get you in the playoffs. 10, I think, would be for sure to get in the postseason.
Yeah, I think 10 would be the must.
Who knows, though, the way this season's gone. My goodness. Turnover for Candace Parker, so the door is still open for the Wings with 1:45 to play. Thornton, tough pull-up shot. No. Rebound pulled away by the Sparks. Again, Wnba, 14 points. Looking to keep that streak of 15 points scored in games. Stretch it to 28.
Chelsea Gray knows, use as much of the shot clock as possible.
And she knew she could take Mabry off the dribble. This is the shot. Here comes Enrique. Going to be fouled on the play.
Now, what Dallas can do, and what I'd like to see their offense run through Marina Mabry. I like her decision-making with the basketball and who to get the ball and how to get the ball to Enrique Gunbowale.
Enrique crashes the 15-point barrier handily. She's got 17 in the ball game, 1 away from 1,000 points for her career. Parker again working on Kayla Thornton. The interesting about that matchup, Kayla Thornton's favorite player is Candace Parker.
I think it's Alicia Gray who finds Gunbowale flashing out on that baseline to knock down the 3.
There were times over the last year and a half watching Enrique, it didn't matter what the score was, she's putting out 100%. And then LA throws it away into the hands of Mabry. Enrique, no, that's going to be an offensive foul.
I got to see that again.
I got to see that again.
Oh, she pushed off.
Oh, yeah.
She pushed off Tierra Ruffin Pratt. That's a good call.
So that'll be on Enrique, and that'll be number 5 on her. Great look.
He didn't get our angle.
No. Here is Sykes. Parker on Thornton again. Parker off balance, and she'll go to the line. Candace Parker, 19 points in the ball game. Starting the game shooting only 1 of 5. 7 of 10 since then.
They really missed her presence when she wasn't in the game. She has been a force to reckon with, especially on the glass. When you have to focus on keeping Candace Parker off the glass.
Brian Nagler's squad will regroup.
And he's going to call a timeout on the make to advance the ball.
The timeout's going to be called. First meeting between these two teams. Dallas scored 81. They've got 81 tonight. This time they trail by 6 with 28.3 to play in the contest. We'll have the final 28 seconds. It's right here on CBS Sports Network. When a game is close, you always go to your leaders. And for LA, it's obviously Candace Parker and Chelsea Gray. For Dallas, it's Enrique and Enrique.
Well, I think you've got Enrique Gunbowale. You also then have Marina Mabry and Satu Sabally. Now, the last time the side out of bounds, they ran the ball with Enrique running the baseline.
This time she pops out front. Want a quick basket, and they get it. They missed it from Sabali. And the foul's going to have to be called.
That's a tough assignment for the rookie of Satu Sabali to go and try to go in this situation against a Candace Parker. A lot of size, a lot of savvy from the veteran.
And Parker will go to the line to shoot 2. Candace Parker will have another.
Trying to get in one of those top 2 spots going into the playoffs.
And Dallas will burn a timeout. They will have 1 remaining for Coach Brian Agler. The lead is 7, but you've got players that can hit the 3 like Enrique Wnba and Marina Mabry. So if you're Dallas, the general thinking is get something quickly. Your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely, and I would go to Enrique Wnba and understanding that she's going to attract a lot of attention. If she doesn't, she can score it. But if she does, then she would be the one to then make the decision of who to get the ball to. That's where I would look to a Marina Mabry, an Alicia Gray, or even a Satu Sabali.
20.1 left. Dallas has made 13 from beyond the arc tonight. They've taken 36. More than half of their field goal attempts have been threes.
They just cannot take a lot of time. They need to find the best, quickest first shot they can get to.
And rejected. And then Sabali lost the handle into the hands of LA, and that may do it.
But I tell you, it's a teaching moment for Brian Agler. What did he do in the last 2 possessions? He ran his offense through a rookie. She will learn from this. And the only way that you can is to put yourself in that experience. You heard when the ball was inbounded to Satu Sabali, you heard Brian Agler say, hit it, hit it. He wanted her first instinct to catch and shoot the basketball.
Brittany Sykes having an outstanding game tonight. 18 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. Some timely threes early on in this game. And she will have another. And the final timeout is going to be called. The lead is 9. And again, this is a teaching moment for Brian Agler. Let's take a look at the Sparks' remaining schedule. They'll have tomorrow off, and they'll love that. Then they play Seattle on Friday, followed by Chicago, New York, Washington, and then September 12th, the game that you and I have circled on our calendars.
That's going to be a lot of fun. But when you look at that schedule, three of the five games that are remaining are the teams that have already clinched, and 2 of those are the teams that LA is battling with. They want one of those top 2 spots to get the double bye, and I'm telling you, it's got to be on their minds when you look at they have played 3 games in the last 4 days just this week.
Once again, Las Vegas, Los Angeles tied with the exact record. Dallas not giving up, going to try to get the easy 2. Final 10 seconds, lead is 7. Ty Harris will commit the foul, and they'll go down the other end to shoot.
In the last inbounds play again, who did Brian Agler go to? Satu Sabali. He is making her understand that you are a go-to player in this league. And the best way to learn that is through experience.
And Tierra Ruffin Pratt will go to the line. Everybody was wondering about the energy LA would come out with tonight because of their last game against Minnesota, which snapped their 9-game win streak. First quarter energy was just so-so. Second and third quarter energy was outstanding for LA.
Well, sometimes just going through it, you understand your body can do a lot more than your mind sometimes tells it can.
Sably on the miss, and that's going to do it.